Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United. Domestically, both teams have been diabolical, now languishing in the lower half of the Premier League table. However, their European campaigns have painted a contrasting picture, offering fans a beacon of hope and a lifeline for both clubs' current managers in what will otherwise be a resounding failure of a season. In the 2024-25 season, Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United have faced each other 3 times, with Tottenham emerging victorious in all encounters. Their first meeting occurred in September 2024 at Old Trafford, where Tottenham secured a commanding 3-0 victory. Goals from Brennan Johnson, Dejan Kulusevski and Dominic Solanke sealed the win, while Manchester United's captain Bruno Fernandes received a red card, compounding the team's difficulties. The second clash took place on February 16, 2025 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. James Maddison scored the only goal in the 13th minute, leading Spurs to a 1-0 win. Despite Manchester United creating several opportunities, they failed to convert, with Alejandro Garnacho missing key chances. Additionally, the teams met in the EFL Cup quarter-finals, where Tottenham triumphed 4-3, eliminating United from the competition. These results underscore Tottenham's dominance over Manchester United this season. However, with Man United's history in Europe and that subsequent belief sets the stage for a highly anticipated Europa League final, heightened by the anticipation of key players from both sides returning from injury for the big game. Tottenham Hotspur captain Heung-min Son's potential return for the final could be pivotal for the team's aspirations. Son has been sidelined since early April due to a foot injury, missing crucial matches, including the semi-final first leg against Bodo Glimt. Manager Ange Postecoglou expressed hope for Son's return, noting that he has resumed individual training and is improving daily. Son's leadership and attacking prowess have been instrumental in Spurs' European campaign. The South Korean's presence in the final could provide the necessary boost to secure Tottenham's first major trophy since 2008 and a coveted spot in next season's Champions League. Amad Diallo's timely return from injury is a significant boost for Manchester United ahead of the UEFA Europa League final. After being sidelined since February with an ankle injury, Diallo made a notable comeback, scoring in stoppage time during United's 4-3 loss to Brentford on May 4, 2025. The Reds manager has praised Diallo's return, highlighting his unique left-footed attacking style and creative impact on the team. With his ability to operate both as a winger and a wing-back, Diallo offers tactical flexibility and an additional offensive threat, which could be pivotal in United's quest for European silverware. The 2024-25 Premier League season will be remembered as one of the darkest chapters in Manchester United's recent history. On the pitch, the club has been plagued by poor performances, tactical disarray and a general loss of identity. Off it, growing fan unrest and deeper structural issues continue to fuel frustration. Yet, amidst all the dysfunction, a few glimmers of hope have shone through. While the campaign has been, by all metrics, a failure, there have been individuals whose resilience and form have offered both relief and inspiration. Before Amorim was appointed, the final straw for Erik ten Hag came in late October after a 2-1 loss to a relegation-threatened Nottingham Forest side. The board, facing fan pressure and fearing further aggression, relieved Ten Hag of his duties. The search for a new identity began again, the Portuguese visionary. United's next move was ambitious. They appointed the highly rated Portuguese manager credited with rebuilding Sporting. His arrival was seen as a fresh start, a young coach with tactical sophistication, a flair for development, and a strong character. Amorim brought with him a new 3-4-3 system, possession-based build-up, and high pressing. Early signs were encouraging. United defeated Manchester City 2-1 in a stunning counter-attacking display, and Bruno Fernandes seemed revitalised under his new manager. But any hope of a turnaround quickly evaporated. The squad, already dealing with fitness issues, struggled to adapt to Amorim's demanding tactical setup. Players often looked confused on the pitch, caught between old habits and unfamiliar roles. The midfield was routinely bypassed while defensive chaos reigned, especially in transition. By April, United were languishing in 15th place and looking at their worst ever Premier League finish. The bright sparks, Bruno, Amad and Maguire. As bleak as United's league form has been, a few standout performers have given fans reason to keep watching. Bruno Fernandes, carrying the weight alone. If there's been one constant in United's campaign, it's been Bruno Fernandes. The captain has been relentless, both in output and effort, often dragging his team forward through sheer willpower. He leads the team in goals and assists, and his chance creation remains among the highest in the league despite the chaos around him. Under Amorim, Fernandes was pushed slightly deeper and given more freedom to roam, linking play from deeper zones. While this occasionally limited his direct goal involvement, it unlocked other areas of his game. While some, including former club captain Roy Keane, question his leadership, he often rallies teammates after setbacks and demands accountability. Without his consistency and character, United's season could have spiralled even further out of control. Amad Diallo, a spark before the storm. Another story that briefly lit up the season was Amad Diallo. Long regarded as a talent with unrealised potential, the young Ivorian finally got his chance under Ruben, and he seized it. His spell of starts in December and January provided some of United's most electrifying attacking moments, including a 15-minute hat-trick against the Saints and a last-gasp winner against Man City. But just as he was hitting form, disaster struck. A knee injury sustained in training ruled him out for the rest of the season. The timing could not have been worse, both for Amad and for a team desperately short of creativity. The redemption arc. Few players have endured more criticism than Harry Maguire in recent years, but this season has seen something of a renaissance for the former captain. Written off by many, Maguire returned to the starting 11 following injuries to Lisandro Martinez and Matthijs de Ligt, and surprised many. Most importantly, he has looked confident, something that's been missing from his game since 2021. His ability to step in and marshal a struggling backline has won back sections of the fan base by also scoring important goals such as the winner in the quarter-final. In a match for the ages, he may yet be able to save his United career. Even the few wins United scraped were often narrow and unconvincing. The club's inability to string together performances has led to their worst Premier League outing in history, and for a club of Manchester United's stature that simply isn't acceptable. The 2024/25 season has been a tumultuous journey for Tottenham Hotspur, marked by a series of challenges that have tested the club's resilience. From a crippling injury crisis to inconsistent performances, Spurs have navigated a path fraught with obstacles. Yet, amidst the adversity, there have been moments of promise and glimpses of a brighter future. Postecoglou's reality check. Ange Postecoglou entered his second season at the helm, with aspirations of building upon the attacking philosophy he introduced in his debut campaign, and making good on his promise that he always wins something in his second season. This statement seemed comical for the making of the season, as Spurs slowly slipped down the table and now sit very close to the relegation zone. The Australian manager's commitment to high-tempo, possession-based football had initially reinvigorated the squad and fan base alike. However, the rigours of a congested fixture list and a spate of injuries soon exposed the fragility of this approach. The team's early season form was promising, but as injuries mounted, the lack of squad depth became apparent. Postecoglou's tactical ideals, while admirable, proved difficult to sustain without key personnel. The manager's call for larger squads to cope with the demanding schedule highlighted the systemic issues facing not just Spurs but clubs across the league. The injury epidemic. Tottenham's season was significantly hampered by an unprecedented injury crisis. At various points, the team was without several first-team regulars, forcing Postecoglou to rely on inexperienced players and makeshift lineups. The central defensive partnership of Christian Romero and Mickey van der Ven, so crucial to Spurs' solidity, was disrupted by recurring injuries. Van der Ven, who had been a standout performer, suffered multiple setbacks, while Romero's absence further destabilised the backline. The creative hub of the team, James Maddison, was sidelined with a knee injury, depriving Spurs of their primary playmaker. Lucas Bergwall, a promising young midfielder, also suffered an ankle ligament injury, ruling him out for the remainder of the season. In attack, the likes of Richarlison and Dominic Solanke faced their own injury battles, limiting Spurs' options up front. First-choice goalkeeper Vicario was out since the end of November, adding to the team's defensive vulnerabilities. The cumulative effect of these injuries was a lack of continuity and cohesion, with Spurs often fielding understrength teams lacking in experience and chemistry, through players playing in unfamiliar positions such as Archie Gray, a defensive midfielder portrayed being forced to play at the heart of defence, and has been heavily praised by his manager, along with his teammates for doing so. Amidst the season's challenges, several players emerged as positive contributors, offering hope for the future. Brennan Johnson. The forward became the team's top scorer in the league and has over 20 goals contributions across all competitions. His pace and directness have added a new dimension to Spurs' attack. Archie Gray. The young midfielder displayed maturity beyond his years, stepping up during the injury crisis and earning praise for his performances. Lucas Bergvall. Before his recent injury, Bergvall showed glimpses of his potential, suggesting he could become a key figure in Spurs' midfield in the coming seasons. Despite some bright sparks, the team struggled to find consistency, with a series of disappointing results leaving them fittingly in the lower half of the table. Despite these challenges, Spurs and Man United have had no real danger of being relegated thanks to the lack of firepower from all three promoted clubs. Click here for our video on the reality of Premier League relegation here. However, one of these clubs' seasons will be heroically saved by European glory, and the other will be forced to acknowledge the dark reality of their 2024-25 campaign. The Europa League final between Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United promises to be a compelling clash between two sides who have grown stronger with each round of the competition. While both clubs have experienced turbulence in other arenas this season, their respective Europa League campaigns have been marked by resilience, big performances, and a shared belief that this final is theirs to win. The final is scheduled for May 21st, 2025 at the Estadio de San Mamés in Bilbao. Tottenham Hotspur's Europa League campaign under Ange Postecoglou has been one of evolution and growing confidence. They adjusted well to the competition's new structure, where each team faced 8 different opponents in a single league phase table. Spurs secured crucial wins to finish comfortably within the top 8, allowing them to bypass the knockout round playoffs and head straight to the round of 16. Their attacking philosophy, high pressing and intelligent use of width have made them a difficult side to contain. In the round of 16, Tottenham showcased their maturity by navigating past a tricky opponent, before stepping up further in the quarter-finals with a strong performance against AZ Alkmaar. After losing the first leg, they responded with a dominant 3-1 win at home, overturning the deficit with intensity and control before squeezing past Frankfurt in the quarter-finals. In the semi-finals, they were drawn against Norwegian side Bodø Glimt, a surprise package in the competition. Spurs put in a commanding display in the first leg, winning 3-1 and placing one foot in the final. Manchester United under Ruben Amorim have enjoyed a similarly impressive but even more dramatic campaign. Their Europa League run has been built on a mix of tactical solidity and moments of individual brilliance, with Bruno Fernandes and Rasmus Højlund playing key roles. In the round of 16, United eliminated Real Sociedad 4-2 on aggregate. The quarter-final was one of the most memorable ties of the tournament, a 5-4 aggregate win after extra time, marked by end-to-end football and one of the matches of the season with the Red Devils scoring in the 120th and 121st minute. Their semi-final first leg saw them comfortably beat Athletic Bilbao 3-0 in Spain, an emphatic away performance that highlighted their threat on the counter and growing confidence in Europe. Both teams have taken different paths to reach the final, but each has displayed resilience, tactical flexibility, and a hunger for European success. The stage is now nearly set. With just one match standing between them and continental silverware, Tottenham and Manchester United will each look to crown their strong Europa League campaigns with glory in Bilbao. As the final approaches, fans eagerly await a thrilling encounter between two of England's storied clubs, each seeking to add a significant trophy to their cabinet and conclude their European campaigns on a high note.